So, hello everyone. Hello to a distinguished chairperson with this respected uh, panel of members, fellow researchers, and also our uh, conference participants. Okay, so my name is Dr. Fariha Diyana. I am from Open University, Malaysia, and I'm pleased to present a study entitled Exploring Postgraduate Students' Perception of Gamified Learning in Malaysian Universities. So this study examined how postgraduate students perceive the use of gamification in higher education and explores both the benefits and challenges associated with its implementation. Gamification has become increasingly popular in education setting over the past decade. It involves incorporating games like elements into learning activities to make the learning process more engaging and also more creative. Many studies reported positive outcomes associated with gamification, including increased student engagement, higher motivation level, greater participation, and improved learning outcomes. However, despite the growing body of research, most studies focus on school students or undergraduates. Comparatively, little attention is given to postgraduate learners. So, postgraduate students have different learning characteristics. They are typically more autonomous, more goal oriented, and professionally experienced. Therefore, their perception of gamification may differ from those younger learners. Before discussing the study, let us briefly examine what gamification means. So, gamification refers to the integration of game elements into non-game contexts, such as education. So, the example include point badges, leaderboards, quests or challenges, progress tracking system. So, according to um, this gamification, it aims to increase user engagement through game design. So recent studies have consistently shown that gamification can improve student motivation, participation, engagement, and also academic performance. However, some scholars have cautioned that poorly designed gamification may encourage students to focus on rewards rather than meaningful learning. So this study is grounded in three theoretical perspectives. So the first one is self-determination theory. So self-determination theory proposed that motivation increases when learners experience autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So gamified activities often support these psychological needs by allowing students to make choices, experience achievement, and also interact with peers. Second is flow theory. The flow theory explains how individuals become deeply immersed in an activity when the challenge level matches their skills. So gamification can create this state of flow by providing clear goals, immediate feedback, and progressive challenges. And the third one, constructivist learning theory. So constructivism views learning as an active process where learners construct knowledge through interaction and experience. So gamified activities often encourage exploration, collaboration, discussion, and problem solving, which align closely with constructivist principle. Together, these theories provide a useful framework for understanding students' experiences with gamified learning. So, despite growing interest in gamification, there is limited understanding of how postgraduate students perceive its use in higher education setting. So, most existing studies focus on undergraduate population, leaving a gap regarding adult learners who may have different motivation, expectation, and learning preferences. Therefore, the study seek to answer the following research question: how do postgraduate students perceive gamified learning in Malaysian higher education? So to address this question, a qualitative research design was adopted. So the study involved four Master of Education students enrolled in Malaysian studies, Malaysian universities. Participants were selected using progressive sampling because they had direct experience with gamified learning activities in their courses. And a qualitative approach was chosen because it allows researchers to gain deeper insights into participant experiences, opinions, and also perception. Rather than measuring variables statistically, The study aimed to understand the meaning students attach to their experiences with gamification. Data were collected through semi-structured interview. So this method provided flexibility for participants to share their experiences while allowing the researcher to explore emerging themes in greater depth. So the interviews were then analyzed using thematic analysis, following the approach proposed by Brown and Clark. So the process involved familiarization with data, generating initial codes, searching for themes, reviewing themes, defining and naming themes, and also producing the final report. And four major themes emerged from the analysis. The first theme is increased participation and motivation. So participants generally reported that gamified activities made learning more engaging and enjoyable. Features such as points, rewards encourage them to participate more actively in class activities. And many participants describe gamified learning as fun and motivating. And the second theme is collaboration, discussion, and immediate feedback. Students appreciate opportunities to interact with peers during gamified activities. They also value receiving immediate feedback to help them identify mistakes and improve their understanding quickly. And the theme is challenges and concerns. So despite positive perception, participants also identify several challenges. Some experience anxiety when uh, competitive elements such as leaderboards were used. Others expressed concern that students might focus on reading rather than understanding the content, and technical issues, including like internet connectivity and platform limitation, were also mentioned. And number four is alignment with learning objective. So participants emphasize that gamification should not be used merely for entertainment. Instead, elements should support clearly defined learning outcomes. In other words, educational value must remain the primary focus. So the findings suggest that gamification offers significant educational benefits for postgraduate learners. The positive experiences reported by participants support previous research demonstrating their motivational and engagement enhancing potential of gamification. At the same time, the study highlights the importance of recognizing potential drawbacks. So the coexistence of positive outcomes challenges suggest that gamification is not automatically effective. Its success depends largely on thoughtful instructional design. So the finding also aligned with the three theories I mentioned earlier, as participants reported increased motivation in interaction and also active participation. So these are the recommendations. The first one, reduce excessive competition. Second, activity outcome, and the third one, expand future research. So the conclusion, we can say that gamification is valued when balanced, purposeful, and aligned with adult learning needs. Okay, so that was for me. Thank you very much.